Hello, this is Ebonygeek. You're always welcome to join me in expanding your knowledge base. Comments are always welcome, and please subscribe. Okay, my yard is looking a little bit funky, and I had this compost pile covered with paper. This compost pile was from leaves that was collected around the neighborhood. It was pretty nasty, but I figured after it break down, I could kind of like pull out all the stuff that, like probably shouldn't have been in there. People put all kinds of crops in their leaves and then put them in a leaf bed. This is what we have for our compost that we started last year. Okay. Almost don't even look like dirt. That top layer is not compost. That top layer is peat moss. But when you go down and you see that moist, it looks like old leaves. But I'm hoping it broke down to something else. Looks pretty compact. It's probably going to be pretty hard to get out there. But I'm thinking with this shovel, with the point on it, it'll be a lot easier than the other one that I was using last year. I also have a pitchfork. I'm wondering if that'll be good, but we'll see. Got that last year. So I'm going to start trying to dig out at least that first level of peat moss. It could go like on the bottom layer, and then we'll just put compost, and then we'll put the garden stuff that's miracle grow. That's the last section. It'll be around the flowers. So we should be able to get some flowers out in the garden bed today. Okay, so next week we'll work on cleaning up this yard, because there's a small compost. Those can be combined and put in one of these bins, and hopefully it'll be empty. Two things of peat moss, or two bags, turn out to be quite a bit. It actually happened to be 3 wheelbarrows full, and there's still some in there. Peat moss is quite dusty, so if you're going to be using it as a amendment to your compost, your garden, remember it's quite dusty, but it will hold a lot of moisture, and that's why I'm putting it on the bottom level of the flower bed, right over the landscaping fabric and over the dirt that was in there. Let's go ahead and dump this, and then we'll start putting in compost, because that's what we have left. And then around the plants will be the miracle grow. In the flower bed right now is the peat moss level. You can see the difference between what's in the flower bed and what's in the wheelbarrow. What's in the wheelbarrow is compost. As you can see, is blacker. It's not as broke down, but I think it's still in a matter of decaying. I watered it down a little bit, even though this week we're expecting a lot of rain, and we'll see how this works with the rain. Closer look. The peat moss is more of a brownish color. It's not so quick to hold on to moisture, whereas the compost level, or the compost, because I went down into the compost level, is more black. You can't tell that it was leaves, but it was leaves and some grass and some coffee grounds. Okay, and that's what it cooked down to. And that's what's going to be the majority of this. So that's what I'm going to be putting in. So I just wanted to show the level of peat moss before I start putting in the compost. Okay, so as you can see, One compost bin is completely emptied. Okay, it all went in here and then was drove up to the front. What I did was I got it in here, I doused it with water and then took it up to the front. That way it was already moist when it got there. Okay, here we go. That is one bin worth of compost and peat moss underneath and some of the dirt that was already over there. Nice and moist and ready for plants to go in. We're going to pull out the Miracle-Gro and actually plant the plants. That way this week is forecasted for rain and the plants should get plenty of sunshine and a lot of rain. If you could believe it, that's all dead leaves and coffee grounds and grass. That's all that is. Compost. Don't even look like it. Dead leaves, coffee grounds, and grass. Interesting. So let's see how the plants grow in it. Okay. So remember, this is all from one compost bin. The only thing that we added to this is the dirt that went directly around the plants was Miracle-Gro. The rest of it is from a whole bin of compost. So they definitely have the nutrients to pull off of. Right now, the compost and whatever else we have is all moist. It definitely have a good start, and this week is saying that it's forecasted to rain. We pretty much should have a good start. There's some bare spots that I have still yet to put something else in. I think for now that's all that's going to be in the front, other than maybe if I get some more plants that I think one can go in the corner. These three are Wolverines. These two with the feather leaves on them are Patriots. These are Minutemen. Okay. These, I forgot what they are, but they're red flowers. But I showed it on the other videos. And this little one, I believe it's called, well, don't know. But for right now, everything is growing and in the box. Whether it stay growing, we don't know. Because they were being rooted in a warm home, and now they're outside with the elements. So we'll see what happens. I will update. I'm Ebonygeek, and I hope that the information provided has been helpful to you. Please remember to subscribe. Happy building and happy coding.